Time charter, it means that charterer is going to charter the vessel for specific period of time, chartering the service of the ship and her crew to load his cargo for certain period, for example, maybe 1 year or more or less. The ship owner still operates the ship, so the technical management still for the ship owner, and the ship owner is getting in return the hire, which is paid in advance, maybe every 30 days or every... Let's discuss here the cost between owner and the charterer. For commercial management cost, it's on the charterer's account, as the charterer is responsible for the commercial management. So whatever related to the commercial management is on the charterer's account. But very important to note here, and also it is spelled out in most of the forms here, again, whilst the ship is on hire. For example, the charterer is responsible for the payment hire in advance as agreed every 15 days or every 30 days as agreed. Also, he is responsible for bunker costs, also port charges, harbor dues, pilotage, loading and discharging, damage to the ship, of course, normal wear and tear accepted. So this is like belongs to the charterer, as he is responsible for the commercial management of the ship. For the ship owner here, let's discuss one note here. If the charterer fails to employ the ship, he still must pay hire, since he is principally liable for the commercial use of the vessel. So this is very important to note here. But still we have disputes here between the ship owner and the charterer here regarding cost. But whatever related to the technical management belongs to the ship owner. Whatever related to the crew or maintenance of the ship to make the ship seaworthy means this is for the account of the ship owner. Sometimes issues arise when certain costs are not expressly mentioned in the charter parties. Of course, not all the cost, or sometimes a specific scenario arises or pops up. Who pays for that cost? As a general rule here, costs which are compulsory in a port are for the charterer's account, as they are a direct consequence of the charterers directing the vessel to the port, and the owner cannot avoid them. So this is like, we can call it a general rule here. Example, like the cost of mandatory ship's guards in a port. Sometimes in some ports, they have to assign guards, security guards on the ship's ladder or the gangway. So this is for the charterer's account in this case. The division of responsibility between charterer and owner is spelled out clearly in the different charter party forms and documents. Example, for dry cargo, the New York Produce Exchange form NYPE, which is the most common. We have BALTIME, and the most recent form here, NYPE 2015. NYPE is more detailed and worth using, as it is fair for the owner and the charterer. This is how it looks like. NYPE form 2015. Of course, this is about 29 pages. This is the contract to spell out the responsibility between the ship's owner and the charterer, or these kind of clauses to assign the responsibility and cost between owner and the charterer. Of course, if you are the charterer, you have to negotiate each clause here to protect and safeguard yourself, or as the owner is the same. Also, we have additional clauses additional to all these clauses. Of course, each party has its own additional clauses. For tanker charter party forms, most common one is Shelltime 4 or BPTime 3. This is Shelltime 4, how it looks like from the first page, to spell out the responsibility and all kind of clauses between the ship owner and the charterer. Of course, we have additional clauses, and in the main course, we negotiate and explain each clause of these. We have two main types of time charter here. We have period time charter. This is for specific period. For example, we say 8 months or 7 months, like that, or 1 year, whatever period agreed. Or we can also have trip time charter. What do I mean by trip time charter? It means the charterer is chartering the ship for a single voyage, but on time chartering basis. For example, from port A to port B, maybe it will take 70 days, for example, but on time chartering basis. We have important note here. This charter may be used by ship owners where port delays are expected or uncertainty of fuel prices here. The charterer and the owner, they agree what kind of time charter, maybe for a specific period or for single voyage, like that. So they have to agree on the charter party itself. This is how it looks like from NYPE 2015, they have to agree. They have to insert how many months here or days, for example, and trading limits, or maybe it could be for a single voyage. It has to be spelled out clearly in here. We have here Shelltime 4. We have to agree on the period as line 110, or it could be for a single voyage. We have to spell out that clearly here. Regarding trading limits, the charterer is chartering the ship on time charter. He has the commercial management. He is nominating all the ports, but it has to be in specific limits, like for example, Mediterranean Sea, Persian Gulf, like that. So we have to agree on the trading limit, and trading limits is usually based on the underwriter limitation and other factors. Maybe the owner doesn't want his ship to be away from his area. We have here trading limit clause 1B of NYPE 2015. As you can see here in B, trading limits will spell out which area the ship should be sailing and ports in that area. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.